Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of May I Scraplift You. Today I am scraplifting the talented Rachel Lowe, and I really liked this layout with the, I'm going to call them swooshes. I don't know exactly what you call them, but those imperfect stripes that are coming off the photo. So I'm going to kind of duplicate that, but I'm going to go the opposite direction, and instead of going down towards the corner, mine are just going to go off to the side. I'm using some paper from Studio Tech Trek, and I got this at Paper Issues on the Paper Issues store a while back when they had a sale, and so I thought I would go ahead and use some of this. I really like this blue. It does match the blue in the jersey that my son-in-law is wearing, and then I'm going to pull in an orange sheet as well, which matches the hat that he's wearing. They are at a San Jose Sharks hockey game, and so I wanted to go ahead and document that. So I decided just to do some freehand scissor cutting here to create those swooshes because, well, I don't know, I didn't have any like templates or anything like that to create them, so I just thought I'll just freehand it, get the first one done, and then I can kind of go over the bottom of the next piece to create that line, and then I would only have to worry about the top line of the pieces that were getting higher and higher on the page, because the top line of the prior one would be over it. So I'm not trying to cut them exact, I'm just layering it right over the top of the next one. And that kind of seems to work out well. So yeah, it was a little bit of a process trying to figure out how I was going to do it, but once I figured out, that makes it kind of easy. I don't have to worry so much. Just tucking one in under the one below it. So I'm liking how that's looking. I also have quite a few more photos than she has. She has a single photo. I've got 4, and so my pattern paper is going to take up more room than hers, which is totally fine. You know, this is just to get your inspiration. I don't necessarily have to scrap lift it exactly. So that is what I am going with. I do want all of my papers to be the same height as the photos on the left-hand side. So I don't want the photos to be like sticking up above the paper or down below the paper. So that is kind of how I am measuring things. And because I can pull those papers apart a little bit more or squish them together more because they are layered, it allows for a lot of, it makes a lot of room for error because, you know, I can just kind of squish them together. If I tried to cut them the exact right size to fit in between each other, it may not have worked well. I might not have had them where they went all the way to the edge of the photos vertically. Or I might have ended up with gaps in between just because measuring that would have been a little bit more difficult. So once I got them all measured and glued down, I just used some liquid glue to hold down the center of each one. Once I had them in place, I kind of just lifted it up and put a little bit of glue. And then I am using a piercing tool. This is an old piercing tool from Amy Tangerine, but any pokey tool will work. A push pin, one of the plastic push pins would work. Anything like that would work. So I'm just went and made some holes to do some stitching, and I probably would have tried doing this on my sewing machine if it was fixed, but it is still out of commission at this point. So I don't have an ETA on when that's going to be working. So I figured I would just hand stitch it. It's not a lot. And I just did 1 row of stitching in between each color and the top and the bottom, so it wasn't really a lot. And I just kind of pulled out more of that teal by using a teal thread. And now I am, or turquoise, whatever color you happen to call that, blue. And then I found this alpha, which matches the letters and the jersey as well, matches the paper and the jersey as well, pardon me. But I didn't have all of the right letters. So as you can see, it says SHQNKS and FON. I'm going to just modify those with my scissors to make them fit. I probably could have pulled out my dies to make this work as well, but in this case I thought, you know, I'm going to use these letters up as best I can, and you know, I think it worked out fine because it looks okay. So I used an N for the R and I just trimmed it, and a Q for the A, and it now looks like sharks, and it's not a problem. So use what you have, and that makes it, you know, if you can get those things out of your stash and make room for new stuff, it's a bonus. So, and then I went through my blue bin of ephemera and stickers, and I'm also going to go through my orange bin, and I'm going to pull out several different things. I may not use all of them, and I don't make you sit through all of the rifling through of ephemera, but I know a lot of people do like to know what's in my bins, so I kind of leave a little bit of that in so people can kind of see what it looks like. And so here I've pulled out orange and blue, and I'm going to just start layering up some labels up above the photos, and a couple of phrase stickers just to kind of get those some visual interest up in that area. My title is going where it is currently at. I am going to add these 2 hearts to the title, and I think that looks okay. I probably could have put like the dark blue one up by the sharks and the heart down by the wind, and then it would have probably called out the word sharks and wind more than for and win, but that's okay. I don't mind that it's not, you know, I think it looks okay how it is basically. So I'm going to use the other half of that larger blue label that's up at the top. I'm going to use that as at the bottom as well, and then I'm just pulling in a couple more pieces of ephemera, mostly labels, to kind of finish off the layout. And I'm keeping this one pretty simple because with all of that color and the boldness of the papers, I didn't think it needed a lot more. I actually kind of like the way that it looks. It's kind of simplistic, but yeah, I didn't feel like it needed a ton more. I considered going all the way around the outside with that thread, but I wasn't really sure that I would like the way that it looked being at the ends of the colored or the patterned paper. I felt like it would feel like the pattern paper stopped, rather than right now it looks like it could just flow off the page. So what I did was I just ended up pulling out some Salty Ocean Distress ink. It's Distress Oxide ink, and I went around the outside with that. And that is the layout completely done. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. I thank you for the time that you spent here with me today, and I will be back again tomorrow with another video. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel as well. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.